I think so.
This is Hunter Hayes. You probably will.
How are you?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Coming down.
Hey, thank you for letting us.
Hi.
How are you?
Hang on.
Good.
This is my partner Amber.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. Have we not met yet?
No, I don't
Nope,
think
we haven't.
Yeah.
Nice to finally meet you.
You too.
Hillbilly Live, y'all access.
So how is everything, man?
It's good, dude. It's
I
good.
mean, I was sitting, the couch is not really comfortable. I sat down on
it not?
it. It's not. I mean, it's okay.
I'm gonna try it.
It's okay.
I'm trying
I mean, it's worth sitting down.
It's standing. Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
It's kind of a spring kind of situation.
Yeah.
Man, everything's good, dude. We're on the road, so that's.
So rescue, man, is turning out to be like something. Like that's really turning into be
It's a good word for it.
something big.
Man, rescue's been kind of a rescue for me, if I'm honest. Because I've loved that song. We wrote it, Busby and Gordy and I, which obviously we wrote Storm Running together. So that's a very contrast to what I expected for us to write. Sorry, my ADD mind is going in a million directions.
It's okay, trust me, I have ADD too.
I can't focus.
I feel your pain.
No, man. So I wrote Rescue very much about like the weaknesses and the sort of the lows. You know, there's a line in the chorus: through all the highs and lows, the can't undo ever got the most. Rescue is about the low parts, and it's about the people who have lifted me up and kept me going.
Yeah.
When I thought it was my own strength, but it was not. It never was.
You know, I tell you what, when you're down on your luck, people around you help you a lot.
Man, they it's so funny because it's always in the most like unexpected and I could never have asked for. And it wasn't like bats, it was just like, just weaknesses, you know what I mean? That's what it is. It was going through a weak spot, if anything, creatively and just as a human, and being surrounded by Libby, my parents, my team, the fans, the comments on Instagram. You would be surprised how much that impacts on a sort of regular basis. You know what I mean?
So I mean, how much do you pay attention to like social media? People asking questions.
I do as much as I can. I try to.
I know it's hard. It's hard.
As much as I can. There's a lot.
There's a lot coming at you. Like, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?
Which, in the grand scheme of things, that's an awesome problem. I don't consider that a problem. I just consider that a cool challenge. But yeah, man, I try to. My thing is, I want my fans to know me. I feel like that's what country music is about. I feel like it's
to me it is. It's what it's always been about. I mean, like, some people gripe about pop country or to rock country or to country, but it's like, for me, as long as it tells a good story and it's coming from a good place, that's country music to me. I don't care what it sounds like. A good song's a good song.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
It's a good song's a good song, and I when I was growing up and listening and becoming a fan, I fell in love with the artists. I fell in love with the human behind the music. That's something that I feel like it's not like it's not available in other genres. It's just not the same. You know what I mean?
Good way to put it.
And in country music, you get to know the people. You get to know.
It's a family.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I think that's why it's such a family kind of vibe. Is because when I listen to a record, I feel like I actually know that person. Versus like there's this really cool facade or this really cool like mystique about it all. You actually get to know, these people. That's why, I don't know, that's one of the things I fell in love with about, like, let's say just the last record that I was nuts about. Charlie Worsham is a great example of that, but he's a buddy of mine, so that kind of didn't count.
He's a genius, though.
He is a genius.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want more people to know that. But, like Lady A, like I felt like, even though this last record, topic-wise, might not be totally based on like where they're at personally, I still felt them in the record, and I still felt like I got to know them somehow. So I think it's really cool. I think that's what the genre is all about, and that's what I wanted from Rescue. And I always want my fans to know me as a human. And that's why we release songs like Rescue and talk so much about it. Even though it's not this big single, it was a song that really mattered to me.
It needs to be a damn single.
Well, I'm glad you said that.
Because what's the streaming numbers up to?
We're almost up to 7 mil right now, just on Spotify.
Man.
Yeah, which is nuts, man. I had high hopes for that song, but I had nothing close to that. I mean, that's outstreaming some of the songs that have streamed the most in my entire like sort of career span so far, which is whatever 6 years.
I'll talk to the label. I'll ask them if that
do.
can be a single.
Okay,
because that should be.
Man,
hey, if
cheers.
the people want to hear it, they obviously we need to play it everywhere. It needs to be played everywhere.
Thank
but congrats on the single, man. It's doing some good stuff, and hopefully it just keeps moving in the right direction.
Thank you. I tell you what it did. It opened the door to. I've talked about this, but it opened the door to me putting out music more often. And sort of one at a time, when music's ready, when a song is ready, when we're excited about a song. There's a song that I literally got the demo back at the beginning of this week, and I sent it straight to all of the heads at the label, and I was just like, how soon? How soon can we, if you're with me, how soon? We might actually play it tonight. I'm kind of on the fence about it. But that's the world we live in now, which is one of the best things about the whole rescue experiment. It was a very successful lesson,
That's awesome, man. So I'm missing the bus. I was telling Amber about the bus because when you picked me up at the airport, I was telling her like
Uber?
it's actually a nicer bus than some of the places we lived in.
Here's the thing. He tells me that Hunter Hayes picking me up on his tour bus from the airport, but then he can't provide me with any evidence that this really happened.
Well, we took a picture, didn't we?
And I kept a beer can. I kept a beer can.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that beer, he shows me a beer can, and that
Could have been anywhere.
That
Yeah.
could have been anywhere.
But hey, I know you got a meet and greet coming up soon, like probably now. So,
Yeah,
hey,
I wanna keep it
seriously,
moving.
thank you.
Good to see you,
seriously,
man.
I love you, brother.
All the love
seriously.
right back at you. Thank you, man.
Continued success, man. Seriously.
Thank you.
As long as I'm able, I'll keep playing your music on the radio.
I very
Promise.
much
All right?
appreciate
And
that.
Rescue needs to be played on the radio. So once again, I'll call the label.
Thank you. All right.
Promise.
Thank you.
All right.
Hillbilly Live. Y'all access.
Have a thing about
Yeah, I did.